Alright, so this is kind of the basic setup. You have a draw deck. Turn phase is pretty straightforward. You've got various stats across the board here. So this is your time tracker. These are your potential suspects. This is your character card. Each character has a specific ability. Go through those in a bit. We'll go to this one. This tracks your stamina. We start off on here because we're going through as a beginner level. And this tracks clues. The aim of the game is to find 4 clues and then confront your suspect and try and crack the case. This is an item tracker. You can get various kinds of items that will allow you to have more stamina, roll more dice, change time so that gives you more actual time to get through the case, because if the timer goes past 0, game over, you lose. So these are your stock dice. You get 4 of these as standard when you start the game, as indicated on your stamina tracker. So let's get into it. Each turn you effectively take 3 cards from your draw deck and you lay them out. There's a few different types of cards. So you've got the 3 different letters I, F and C. So you've got informants, follow a lead and cliffhangers. And effectively you take 3 cards, you choose one to keep and play through, one to go into the discard pile and one to go back into the deck. So cliffhangers tend to give you more stamina if you successfully complete them. Follow leads give you items, and informants tend to give you clues. So at the moment I don't need any more stamina because I just started the game, so I'll put one of these in the discard pile, this one towards the bottom of the deck. It can go anywhere randomly in the deck, and we'll go for a follow a lead. So the makeup of the card is you have different win conditions to beat the card. So depending on the hours remaining in the case, depends which win conditions you have, and then the win or lose circumstances for the end. So we're at the 24 mark, because we've just started the case. So if we win, we get an item. If we lose, we would lose an item. So you roll the dice one at a time to try and meet these conditions. So I'm not sure if you can see, this is a pretty janky setup, but you've got different icons here that we need to try to match. So roll one at a time. So no match. News, so that's a successful hit. Bullet, we'll take that. And nothing. So my special ability for my character is I can reduce stamina by 1 to roll one of these special additional dice to try and meet the win condition. But at the moment it's early days, we're not losing any time on this, so we'll just put that aside as failed and suffer the lose condition, which is lose 1 item, we don't have any items on hand. And then time goes down, draw 3 more cards, pick which one to keep, 1 to discard and 1 back in the deck. So discard this one, we'll keep this one and put this one back in the deck a little higher because we want to get back into that. So we're still on the 24. Let's try and go through that. That's a win. Also a win. So at the moment we've lost on this condition here. So we're only 1 footstep away, and the potential is we gain a clue and if we lose an extra hour of time. So I'm going to use the ability here to lose 1 stamina and roll either the red or the grey die. So we've got these little asterisk marks, and any icon with an asterisk mark means it's referenced twice on that individual die, and because we need the footsteps, I'll take the grey die and swing and a miss. So that goes back to there. We lost our 1 stamina point, and we didn't meet the win condition of the cards. So we lose an extra hour. This goes into the discard, and an hour for the next round. What I forgot to do last round was, because it wasn't successful, I can take one of these icons and host them on the suspect card, and then I can use that as a win condition in a future investigation. So we'll go with, it doesn't really matter, let's go with news. So I'll host that there. So back to the beginning, draw 3 cards, arrow marker goes down. An item would be pretty useful at this time, so we'll get rid of the cliffhanger, put this towards the bottom, and we'll go with the follow a lead. Okay, so we're still on the top condition here. Footsteps. News, looking for a bullet. Knew there is a hasty twice. That's a miss. There we go, win. So that means we get an item. The way items work is you look at the icon in the top right hand corner of the card on the discard pile. So that's a 5 pipped die, and that's the item you hold, which is here. So I can use the red die during an investigation phase, is what it says. Time goes down, 3 new cards. Cool, so not too fussed about stamina right now. Go towards the bottom, informants. Right, still on the top one to win. You need 3 the looks. Swing and miss. So I can choose one of these icons to float on the suspect card, and we'll go with what we got at the moment. News. We'll go with the eye. So the lose consequences, we lose an extra hour of time. Then we lose the time because of the round. 3 new cards. We'll go with this one, put this one back in the deck. Discard that one, roll for this one. So we're still looking for the 24. So 3 steps. Swing and miss. Bullet. Eye. So another set of misses. Did not complete. So at this point I could use the red die to re-roll that to try and get it, but I need 3. I could also pair that up with the drop in the stamina to roll again, but I don't think I trust my rolling that much. So we'll suffer the loss in time. Go to a new round. Okay, let's keep the cliffhanger in the deck. Get rid of that. Play for the informant. Okay, Okay, so on this card we're looking for the 18 condition to meet because we're currently in hour 15. So we need 3 footsteps and a bullet. First one. Miss. Eye. No bullet. I'm not going to keep any of those. So we lose an hour in time. Trump the card. An hour for the next round. So keep the informant. Ditch this. Put this back in here. So we're looking for the 13th hour condition, which is footsteps and 3 bullets. These have got proper names. I can't remember what they are offhand. I've got some notes here somewhere. The footsteps are make the rounds and bullets are persuasion. So first one was a swing on this. Wow. Only 1 step footsteps. I did, however, roll 3 of a kind. So if a lose condition is to lose stamina, if you roll 3 of a kind, you don't have to suffer that. But as this is time, we always suffer time loss. So 12th, 11th for the next round. Discard. So we'll discard this, keep that, play 3 for this one. So if we successfully complete this, we would gain a clue, which is what we're after. News, good. News again. Footsteps. Nothing. Wow, these are awful rolls. Anyway, so we lose another hour, an hour for the round. So I could choose to float one of these icons. You can host up to 4 on here, but it costs you an hour to host them, so it would just be eaten through time again. This game's pretty punishing. I've only won it once so far. The other thing is as well, the rules Kickstarter are different, so I don't know if you guys have seen the rules, but the work in progress, which is this build, doesn't have some of the mechanics from the Kickstarter. So the Kickstarter card set has a way to increase your rolls. So we'll go with the follower lead, and I'll try and explain that. In the Kickstarter edition, there's additional icons at the edges of the cards, and they all link together. So you effectively build out a story across the table, and that is your main story arc, and then you can have sub-stories below. And if you match the cards either next to them or above, then you can potentially get re-rolls. So you try and build out story synergies as well as you go through. It's pretty neat, but it's not in this build. So the rules are kind of the work in progress with some of the clarity of the Kickstarter ones. Cool, so try and go for this win condition. Bullet, yes. Persuasion. News, no good. Word on the street. Yep. No good. So So we'll reduce stamina by 1 to roll the grey die. So that gives us our 2 bullets. And then use our item to use the red die and hopefully get footsteps. No joy. So that's a lose. And the lose condition on that was lose time. So time for the card, time for the round. Let's stick with the informant, see if we can get one through. So now we only have 3 stamina, so we actually only have 3 die available to us. News. News again. Footsteps. So we'll take the hit on the stamina to roll the red die. Footsteps, very good. So that's a swing and a miss, we'll lose more time. So, round, get rid of that. Comes the informant. So as your stamina goes down, you can lose 1 hour of time to re-roll dice as well. Once your stamina hits levels 1 and 2. Right, so now we're on the bottom bar for this card. Only 3 stamina dice available. News. Footsteps are no good. So we've actually got a news icon that we banked earlier, so we can use that. So that's 2 word on the street icons and the connect the dots. So that's successful completion of that card, which gives us a clue. So 1 of the 4 we need. When you get the 1st, 2nd and 4th clue, you gain 1 stamina, so we're back up to 4. And cool, that one gets discarded. Another set of cards. All cliffhangers, so see if we get a decent item. Time for the round. Footsteps. Eye, so we've got 1 other eye, and we'll actually take that as a loss and gain a marker on the newspaper for a later investigation. So that costs us an hour in time, and an hour for the next round. Next 3 cards. We'll go for follow lead, discard this one, back in the pack. The bottom bar, I don't hold out much hope for that. 1, 2, so 3 of the 5 icons required. No real way to gain the 2 bullets because we've only got 1 news, word on the street, and a connect the dots available on the bank. So that's a loss of an hour. Loss of the round. That one goes there. This one here, these get reshuffled. And then draw deck. So this is the last hour of the investigation. Let's see, get through. So, footsteps, 1 of, 2 of, a bullet, and we've got connect the dots on the marker and word on the street. So actually we complete this, so we gain a clue, which gives us a stamina icon as well, so we're back up to 4 die for the next card. However, end of the round, marker goes past the 1 hour mark, end of the game. Another loss to this neat little card game. Cheers.